Hi, babies. This is my last video for the day. This is my last rant. It's not rant. This isn't going to be a rant. To my dolls. This is only to us. Stock up on your estrogen now. This is to my dolls. You know, the ones that care about hormones and transit. This is for us. Okay? Stock up on your hormones. I know this may sound stupid. I know better. But for the last few months since November, I've been stocking up on my hormones. And I've been stretching it. I'm going to give myself a shot today. But I've been using the same vial for maybe 2 months. You're not supposed to. Once you break or puncture the bottle, the top of the bottle where you inject, when you pull the solution out and inject it, well, you clean it. You're supposed to shake it and then clean the top of it and then inject it and then, do what you need to do. But I know that you're supposed to discard it after a month from puncturing it. I haven't. I have not. I have not, because I'm trying to stretch it. Estrogen isn't cheap. It's not. I have a couple of boxes, not boxes, but I have like a few packages of it, I should say, that should last me for about a year, right? While I can still afford it for the most part. I bought some syringes and needles, alcohol pads, which is very important. And I'm stocking up. I want my dolls to do the same thing. I'm not telling you to stretch it the way I am. I'm going to probably I think after today I'm going to throw it out, because I've had it for about 2 months. Which is, the dolls, back in my day, the girls held on to that damn bottle of estrogen until it was gone. The girls, we didn't fucking throw it out. Okay? So, I have to get out of that mindset, but whatever. But stock up. Stock up on your progesterone. Stock up on your spirulactinone. Stock up on your estradiol. Or if you take Premarin, stock up on it. Keep it in a place where it's supposed to be. At the temperature that it's supposed to be. Okay? Stock up on food. Like I said, my doctor told me I'm a little bit too thick and I needed to go on a diet. I can share that with y'all. She said, you're not obese. She said, you could stand to lose a few pounds because, I've been eating a lot. And I'm going to get back on my diet and exercise regimen that I lose weight quickly, right? But if you can, I'm going to not eat as much because I've been eating a lot. And I think, dealing with emotional issues and depression, I can share that with you all. A bitch has been eating. I've been eating my emotions. Okay? Bitch, since the pandemic, I think I've had cake and ice cream every day. Now, granted, I'm only like maybe 20 pounds overweight, but you can't tell by looking at me. And even naked, you can't tell by looking at me. I just look real thick and curvy. And, of course, the men love it. But I don't want to lose too much. I don't want to lose my curves. But I need to lose some weight. So, yeah, going forward, I'm going to be buying food. I'm going to be shopping at the cheapest stores. Not the cheapest, but here's the thing. Y'all get a gag when I say this, but Trader Joe's is a great store. And Trader Joe's is a lot cheaper than the local supermarket. I said that shit. The shit that they want you to pay at these local supermarkets in the hood, bitch, you can go to Trader Joe's once a month and do a big grocery shopping and still have a couple of $100 left for food. At least $100 left for food if you do that. And I'm gonna do that. Or Whole Foods. Well, Whole Foods is really expensive, so I don't think I'm gonna do Whole Foods. I'm gonna just start saving, eating more healthy. Because I noticed that when I eat healthy, my brain, we all have to deal with this trauma that this country and this world has inflicted on us again. Okay? We're going to be fine. But if you can save money by, just stretching your hormones, if you can save money by bargaining and getting, if you can do any of that, you're going to be fine. We have to just move differently. We have to adjust. We didn't ask to be put in this situation, but we're in it. So we have to do what we've always done. Make it do what it do and make the best of it. Okay? Stretch your food. Save your food. I'm not telling you to starve yourself. Don't starve yourself. Eat healthy food. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Eating fruits and vegetables. Drinking a lot of water. Especially when you're taking hormones. The girls are going to get fishier again. We're going to get fish and cut and live stealth. And another thing in terms of the medical industry and the doctors and stuff, be careful when you're having procedures done. Be careful, and I want you to carefully select your medical team, right? Carefully select your medical team, because the way a lot of women of color are bleeding out in parking lots trying to terminate a pregnancy, and the mortality rates of women of color when it comes to giving birth and how they're treated, how they're given less anesthesia than everyone else, allegedly. They're going to do the same shit to trans women. Make sure that you choose a doctor that loves the dolls, that wants to protect the dolls. Because you don't want to get a doctor that is pro-MAGA and you are giving him access to hurt you by way of his care. These doctors will try to, if you have to have a procedure and you need anesthesia, or even if you need a numbing gel, they'll leave the numbing gel on for 5 minutes when they're supposed to leave it on for half an hour so that you can feel the pain. They want to hurt you. Make sure that you are very diligent and proactive in selecting doctors that are actually good people. Because here, we are in a period of revelation. I hate to say that. And the people and their true selves are being revealed. These doctors that were getting money to do these trans procedures and deal with trans women, but secretly hated the dolls, now they have rights to misgender you and harm you. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. I want you to be safe. I want you to be healthy. And I want you to be wealthy in every way. Be very mindful in who is in your circle, including your medical team. Build and research, or even word of mouth. Build your network as if it's the Underground Railroad. Build your network that's going to help you sustain yourself and be healthy and be just okay in this process. Because these doctors are going to show their asses. These nurses are going to show their asses. The people that you thought were your friends that were so pro-trans are going to show you that they weren't the whole time. Be mindful. Don't sweat it. Be grateful. When someone shows me who the fuck they are, I'm grateful. I'm not going to try to go back and try to reconcile shit with people. You just, when you show me who you are, I'm going to believe you and I'm going to move this way. Don't, people, these doctors are going to show you too. They're going to show you. These endocrinologists that want to give the girls, either really, really high doses of estrogen or really, really low doses of estrogen, they all have agendas and ulterior motives. This season is going to show you who the good doctors are, who the good medical professionals are and nurses are, and who the bad ones are. Be careful. Make sure if you're going to have a surgery that doctor is pro-trans, that he has a history, a good history with the trans community. If it's one of these evil, Grim Reaper in the face looking motherfuckers, stay away from them. Because here's the thing. A lot of these doctors, even though we were protected by law, were botching girls' surgeries deliberately. They were giving the girls surgeries that they wanted to do for the girls, not the surgeries that the girls needed and wanted. I've heard girls say that they would go in to get like a decent, modest C-cup breast augmentation, and the doctors were giving them double Ds. Okay? These doctors, these surgeons, have botched the girls so that they can be easily identified as trans in public spaces. Catch those T's. They are really botching, they're botching these surgeries and butchering the girls and have been doing it for 10 years, 11 years now, just so that they can be easily identified as trans in public. They weren't doing it because they made a mistake. A lot of doctors, no. If you've done these surgeries over and over and over and over and over again, why are the trans girls coming out botched? And only the trans girls. Be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Be mindful. Protect yourself. Protect your peace. Protect your environment. Not everybody's out to get you, but there are some people that you have to really, really avoid. And that's all I want to say. I love you. We're going to be okay, as we always are. If you can be stealth, do it. It's for your safety. If you haven't already, well, I don't want to say certain things on this. I wish there was a way that I can communicate with just us. But, yes. Protect yourself. We're going to be okay. Love you. One last thing. There was so much that I just forgot that I wanted to say. But one last thing to my dolls. This is for us. The reason why, well, let me just say, I'll say that last part. If you can reach out to the LGBT division of your local police departments, do it. Establish a friendship, a relationship. Maybe reach out to them, call, go online, Google your, like, whatever your big, like, for New Yorkers, if you live in New York, is One Police Plaza. You call them, they have their own LGBT division. Every precinct, I believe, in this country has their own LGBT precinct or liaison, meaning it's usually a gay or lesbian person. Reach out to them. Just say, look, I'm a trans woman. I'm really scared for my safety and what's going on in this country. I don't feel safe. And I just wanted to know, just maybe talk to someone and maybe, see, and just, see what can be done to protect myself and, how should I move and things like that, or, and just get a person's name and just maybe get their email and just say, if there's any events that the precinct is doing or holding for the, to do an outreach, because they do a lot of police divisions, especially in New York, will have parties for their LGBT police officers. And those police officers will in turn do outreach to certain members of the community. And invite you to whenever they have like a party or some sort of event. So make sure that's one thing that you need to do. Also, in your country, in your town, your states, there's always legal aid services. Reach out to them. They have forge a relationship with somebody that's a lawyer and in law enforcement. Okay? That's my advice to you. Find friends within the police department. Find friends. There are a lot of police. I have a few. And I don't want to say that because I don't want to put him on blast, but he looks out for me on so many levels. And, well, it's just, he's one, but I have a few others, including one or two lesbians. But mainly they're gay men. And then also find a lawyer. Reach out to like a lawyer. A legal aid person. Have friends. It's good to meet people. To my dolls, we meet people all the time. I'm sure a lot of the dolls have met lawyers. Reach out to them and have those people as your friends. I know doctors, I know lawyers, I know police officers, I know detectives, I know such. I know different people, and I want that for my dolls too. Okay? How a lot of women, how we know, our mamas and our aunties, when we were younger, they had all kinds of, they knew everybody, and everybody knew them, and they had friendships with everybody. Be that girl. Okay? Because in this time, it's really important to have support, have community, and have allies. We have got to have each other's back. And that's what I'm noticing when I went, all week when I went to work. And I work in Midtown Manhattan, as most of y'all know. I noticed that every time I went into like a CVS, or if I went into a deli, or if I went into a restaurant or store or a Whole Foods, everybody I felt a sense of community with everyone, especially the ones that were non-black, like the Muslims, the Indians, the Asians, the Latins, the blacks, everybody that I encountered. It was almost like we all realized now that we're in this together. Now, there's gonna be some knuckleheads, but I think for the most part, the temperature that I feel when I went to work, even just yesterday, it felt like we all felt devastated about what was being done in terms of government. And people, I'm not promising that this is going to happen, but that was just my take, all week, especially yesterday, which was the day after he signed those executive orders reversing the whole civil rights era protections and stuff. Everyone just was nice and was human again, because I think they're like, oh shit, we're fucked and we need each other. And so I felt that. Granted, there's going to be some people of no color that is going to try you. They're going to try you. Here's the thing. That's what I wanted to say too. I noticed with all this shit that's going on in government and all these executive orders, you know who seems unbothered? The white people. I've been watching them. Especially when I go to work. In Midtown Manhattan, I see them crossing the streets in the stores. They're happy. They feel, I don't understand. Well, I do understand it. But they're happy. They feel protected by the system. Because they are. Even though they don't realize that outside of race, there's also class. And you're not protected from that I don't care how many, if you have $1 million in the bank and you have all this retirement stuff, you still are not on their level. So you would never, they look down on you too, baby. But I noticed that I looked and I saw they just look so happy. And you're going to bump into a couple of them that's going to be disrespectful and rude. Okay, this woman was in the supermarket at Whole Foods, and she was just like bumping her cart into people. She had a daughter with her, like her child with her, and was bumping the cart into people and was saying like mumbling stiff stuff under her breath about I heard she was talking about the Latin people, like the brown people. And I moved out the way and I said out loud, I was like, bitch, if you come over here, you better stay the fuck away from me. And she stopped and she looked at me and I looked at her like, bitch, what? And she knew to turn the fuck around and go get them lemons. Cause I was in the area, I was trying to get some fruits and vegetables and produce and stuff. And she was just rude to all the people of color. And she was just mean and rude, almost like she had power and privilege to be that way. And the way she was so violent with that shopping cart, and she had her child in the cart, and she was just bumping, and I was just like, whoa. But it infuriated me, and I have to pray and ask for patience because, yeah, I just was like, bitch, yeah. And she knew who to do that with. But I just want y'all to pay attention to how happy they are and how their ego and how their sense of entitlement, they've always had it, but now it's just like puffed up. And the last thing that I want to say to my dolls, I know a lot of you have wondered why I don't get on cam. Y'all don't understand, I have this, and why I have the filter, even though it's a cute filter, okay, that sounds very close to my voice, which is why I have to, I worry about it, but then again, I don't worry, because it does sound close to my voice. Well, it is my voice, but it's slightly filtered, I should say, right? The reason why I do it is because I've always knew that this was going to happen. I live stealth. I don't want people knowing that I'm trans. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm proud of my transness. I celebrate it. But I don't want everybody knowing that I'm trans. And if you can do the same, this is the reason why a lot of the girls don't get on camera. Well, there's a few that I've seen that don't get on camera. Quite a few. There's a lot of gay boys that don't get on camera. Whose content, like really cool gay content creators on TikTok that, they do the same thing. Or not on TikTok, on here. And, yes. I don't get on because I live a very stealth life. I don't want people to know. I have things that I need to protect, as do all of you. You have lives to protect, careers to protect. Now, granted, I don't say anything that people don't know in my real life that I feel that way. I don't say anything. I speak the truth. I tell the truth. Okay, for my dolls, if you can be stealth, the ones of you that get on camera, if you can maybe not get on camera anymore, maybe if you can make, especially if you're not monetized, if you can make those videos that you got on camera private, do it. Protect yourself at all costs. People don't get on camera for a lot of reasons. I don't get on camera because I live stealth. I have things that I have to protect. I have to protect myself. You have to protect yourself. No one else is going to do it. Defend your life. Protect your life, baby. This is not a game. I don't want to scare you. It's nothing really to be scared of. Now, you young girls that always want to call the trans women that are past 30 and 35 years old, elderly and old, and y'all so old and jealous and bitter when we're trying to put you onto game and educate you, and you knuckleheads are out here doing all this dumb shit. Now you hoes are gonna see exactly what we had to fight for. Now you're gonna see. Now we're gonna see who's trans or not. We're gonna watch a lot of these motherfuckers that got and showed their ass detransition and do videos talking about they just submitting. Because you were never trans, baby. You can't detransition if you're trans. It's life or death. I would rather die. I would rather unalive. It's life or unalive. I would rather unalive. I don't want to be living as anything other than myself. Now we're going to see what a lot of y'all are really made of, if this is who you really are or not. I know that may hurt some of you. Okay? Now we're gonna see. But to the dolls, the real dolls, baby, they're gonna now we've been through this before. We've been through this before. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Because I don't believe. Let me shut up. I don't believe that a lot of this stuff is. Let me shut up. I don't want to say that because it's going to be taken the wrong way, and then, But we're going to be good. This is just temporary, I'm sure. Okay? We're going to get those protections and rights back. Just as all marginalized people that are going through it right now, we're going to all get our rights and protections back. Evil cannot dwell for long, especially when there's too much light in this world. But at the end of the day, protect yourself. I understand why the dolls don't get on camera. To protect themselves. A lot of us, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I saw it. I've been warning y'all about it. Have I not, for the girls that have been watching me, have I not been talking about this for years now? Have I not been warning y'all way before the election that this is where we're heading? I have been warning y'all. And we're here. We're here now. And it's sad. It's so sad. So, to my dolls, we gotta move differently now. We gotta move differently. Okay? Go stealth. Be stealth. It's for your safety. Get that job. Get that job. Don't be afraid. But do have your side hustles also. Work on you. Work on everything that you need to do to be the best you that you can be. And live the best life that you can have and live. Now it's time for us all, collectively, in this country, to take stock in who we are, to self-assess who we are, the things that we need to change and improve it, and just live. I want my dogs to get jobs. I want my dogs to have health care. I want my dogs to be able to travel and live. These orders didn't tell you that you can't live anymore. It may feel that way. These executive orders weren't executive orders telling you not to live anymore. You live regardless. All right, I'm out of here. Love y'all.